Oh, there we go. Now we're live. What's going on, peoples? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? As you can see, it's just me, Christian David, here today. Brandon is out, but he'll be back next week. So we're going to be doing a little talk today about Crash Bandicoot. This is the time that I have been waiting for. I'm a big, as all of you may know from those of you who have watched our broadcast over the past couple of months, I'm a big Sony head. So this is an exciting time. Let me drop this down real quick. This is an exciting time with the Crash Insane Trilogy coming out tomorrow. I've been checking out some of the reviews, so that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. And you know, why I'm looking forward to it. If you have anything that you want to talk about or anything, any responses, chime in. Let us know your thoughts on the Insane Trilogy, and if you're looking forward to it. But first, we want to say today's show is sponsored by FresnoCash.com, where you can earn Bitcoin just by watching ads for 10 seconds online. Okay, I got that out of the way. So, yes, the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy drops tomorrow, June 30th. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to this. Let me get this out of the way. A lot of people have been looking forward to this and looking forward to the trilogy dropping. I myself have, but from the reviews I've been reading, I thought that they were going to be a little better than what they are. A lot of people, their assessment is that pretty much the only thing that really enhanced about the game were the graphics. That's pretty much it, and you're pretty much playing a replica of the game that came out 20 years ago. And that's rather disappointing. I did see, that you're able to play as Coco a lot earlier in this game as an individual than you were in the others. But outside of that, they're saying that's pretty much all that was really enhanced about the game. Nothing has really been sped up, and people are appreciating, and I do as well, appreciate the time that they put into and the effort that they put into enhancing Crash's looks and the graphics of it and everything, but the gameplay is pretty much the same, and that's rather disappointing. I have to say I'm rather disappointed to hear that, because I was expecting to be able to do a lot more with this new Insane Trilogy, and expecting some different angles with the characters in there, and they're pretty much, they have their predetermined, moves where they're gonna go, and a lot of it's just the same, more of the same. So, I think a lot of people who are new to the series, who may be new to the series, they're gonna appreciate it for what it is if you haven't played the Crash game. But from what I'm hearing, if you've played it 20 years ago, you're pretty much just playing a graphically enhanced version 20 years later. So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing it myself when it drops tomorrow. I don't know. Man, you know what? I hope they remaster Crash Nitro Circuit. I do too. That's what, I was thinking about. Hey Louie, how you doing? Good to see you. I was thinking about that earlier today. I hope they enhance and remaster it. And I'm hoping this is a trend that continues. I'm hoping that not just with the Crash series, because I want them to enhance or remaster the Nitro Circuit, and Wrath of Cortex. I would love to see that one remastered and enhanced. But I'm also wondering if this is something that they're going to look to do with some of the other popular titles that came out for the PlayStation, like Spyro, the classic Spyro and Spyro 2, and Croc. How many of you remember Croc? That was my game. That was my game back on the PlayStation. So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to be looking to do any of that with any of the other classic titles. That was Max, the other guy who works here. So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to be looking to do any remastering with any of the other classic titles. But if they are going to be doing remastering with some of the other classic titles, I need them to actually not just enhance the graphics, but change some of the gameplay features. Give us something that we didn't have 20 years ago. Because wasn't part 2... What's the part 2, I believe, was an open world where you had to go around and open the gates. That was my favorite. Yeah, it was. I believe that, it was. Because I believe part 2, the thing that I remember most about part 2 was, or was it 3? It was the motorcycle. when I saw that Crash was on the motorcycle. That was my absolute favorite. But yeah, give the characters actual choices to make that are going to make or break decisions that we make further on down the storyline. I mean, just the straight on one person going and you breaking the crates, and I mean, we did that. And I mean, GameSpot gave it a 6. I was very surprised about that. I was very surprised. But then when I read the review, and like I said, I'm gonna play it for myself, to make my own assessment. Because I do pay attention what the reviews say, what IGN has to say, what GameSpot has to say. But I do, it's always best to go and play for yourself. But GameSpot gave it a 6. IGN gave it an 8.5. So I was expecting some 9s, but then when I read, like I said, that it's just pretty much more of the same. What can you do with that? I don't know. So I don't know. Louis, are you planning on playing it? Any of you guys out there watching now? I don't know if you're planning on playing the Insane Trilogy. Let us know. Let me know what you're looking for to get out of the game. Because I remember last year when it was announced at E3, everybody went nuts. I mean, everybody went nuts. I mean, because it's Crash. It's Crash. GameSpot, they kind of said that, they don't believe that Crash was, became as popular as Mario or Sonic. Maybe not Mario. Sonic, I beg to differ. I think Crash was just as endearing and Crash was just as popular as Sonic was, which is why people went. I mean, let's face it, Crash was pretty much the mascot for Sony. It's pretty much the mascot for Sony. Max doesn't agree, but yeah, man, that's the only reason why I bought a PS4 14 days. Right, man, right. That's why I'm going to get it so I can play this Crash Bandicoot game. And I want to, I'm hoping that the reviews are not as they say, because I had some pretty high expectations for this. Crash was the best PlayStation. Right. Crash was actually, I believe, the answer to Mario, which is why they went with the Crash Team Racing and Crash Nitro Kart. Help me out. Where's Brandon when you need him? That Crash Bandicoot Party game, that was kind of the answer to Mario Party. I can't remember the name. They were on pogo sticks, I think. What was the name of that game? It was some Crash Party game. I remember. I remember. But yeah, Crash essentially was PlayStation's answer to Mario. And I believe had they stayed true to what was making Crash popular with the first 3 series, hence why they're re-releasing the first 3 series, I believe it could still be widely popular. I think somewhere along the lines, actually after Nitro Kart, Louis, I think they got away from the true essence of Crash, which is what made Crash popular. Because the Crash Twinsanity didn't like it. And Crash of the Titans was absolutely abysmal. So I think that's why they're going back to the basics, which is what made Crash popular. But like we've been saying, even though you're going back to the basics and re-releasing, it's okay to enhance. It's okay to maybe change some things up, because a lot of us true Sony fans, we're getting Crash. We don't want to play a replica of what we played 20 years ago. We don't want to play just an updated, graphically enhanced version of what was released 20 years ago. So I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts on it. I'm hoping to see, I'm interested to see, I should say, where they're going with this, and if we're gonna get any more of it. Like I said, with the Spyros, with the Crocs. Let's see, Jack and Daxter. They had a list of it was Crash Bash. Thank you. I'm against when yes, Crash Bash. I kind of like that one. I kind of like that. I did kind of like Crash Bash. Crash Bash was okay, but like I said, Twinsanity and Crash Titans, they just totally missed the mark on those. But yeah, they had a list of PlayStation games PlayStation 2 games. I think it was strictly PlayStation 2 games. They were asking people what games they would like to see remastered and re-released on the PlayStation 4. Definitely the Jack and Daxter series I would like to see remastered and put out on the PlayStation 4. I'm a big, and I'm still a little bitter that I have not gotten my XMen Legends 3 yet, because I feel there's still so much they could do with that. But I would love to see XMen Legends and XMen Legends 2 remastered and put out on the PlayStation 4. I know they're going in another direction with the whole new gen consoles, with the whole shooters. Everything seems to be shooters now. But I would love to see a lot of the classics remastered and put out on the PlayStation 4, because I think they could do really well. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Like I said, I still want my X-Men Legends 3. I think they tried to pacify me by giving me Marvel Ultimate Alliance and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, but that's not going to pacify me. I need my X-Men Legends 3. So, anyhow, if you didn't hear earlier, I'll let you know. Today's show is sponsored by FresnoCash.com, where you can earn Bitcoin just by watching ads for 10 seconds online. I have to say that. Jack and Daxter 3 was my favorite because of the vehicles you can use and the guns. Exactly. Yes. Jack and Daxter 3. I would like to see all the Jack and Daxters re-released on the PlayStation 4. I don't know why I keep coming back to Croc. I think Croc was very, very underrated. I don't know if any of you out there played Croc for the PlayStation 1. I think Croc was very, very underrated. It was actually one game I didn't finish. I remember rushing home from school as a kid, ready to finish that game, or ready to play the game, I should say. And I never finished Croc. So I think that was very, very underrated. I think the Spyro series, the original Spyro series on PlayStation 1 was better than what they re-released out on, I shouldn't say re-released, but what they released out on PlayStation 2. So I would like to see that one come out again. But yeah, I don't know why I keep coming to Croc. I might need to go back and play Croc. Croc was a good game. I might need to go back and play that one. So yeah. Are there any, I don't know, if you guys know or can think of any, I want Marvel fighting game like how they did on the PS2. I forgot what it was called, but it was a 2D. It was a Marvel fighting game? Was it an RPG? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think now. I am interested. Well, that's Marvel vs. Capcom, but not the one you're talking about, but the one I'm getting ready to reference. I am really interested in playing that one, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I saw the trailer for it at E3. Looks great. Looks like it has a great storyline to it. I'm a big buff. Let me tell you this. I am less so into the fighting games where it's just strictly one-on-one. I used to be heavy into that. The Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. I still am for nostalgia reasons. I really, really am. But it's something about being able to play as an actual character and go through a story that really, really intrigues me. Something that's going to keep my time and keep my attention. I love the classic fighters. The one-on-one, the Tekkens, the virtual fighters. I love all those. But it's something about being able to play through an actual universe. I think that's what I love so much about the Marvel Ultimate Alliance and the X-Men Legends series. Even Justice League. Why can't I talk today? Justice League Heroes. That's what I love so much about those games. It's something about, for me, being able to actually play as a character through an open world. To a certain degree, I think that's what made, actually, I'm not even going to say to a certain degree, I think that's what made Zelda popular. You're playing as a character through an open world, and you have all these different obstacles and different enemies to fight and different avenues to travel through. I think that's what really made Zelda just popular and why people loved it so much. And I think that's why X-Men Legends, because if you look at the reviews for X-Men Legends and X-Men Legends 2, they received great reviews. It was Marvel Nemesis. Yes! That was a good game. that fighting game was the best in my opinion because you were able to use the thing Venom had. Yes, Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects. That was a very good game. I was wondering if you were talking about that one, but I wasn't sure or not. Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects. That was a very good game. That was another one that I was kind of hoping was going to have a bit of maybe some sort of a story to it, but it turned out that it didn't. So that was that was another one I was kind of looking. I was kind of let down on, and I think it had something to the effect. If memory serves me correctly, it's been a very long time since I played that game, but it was something to the effect. There was some sort of a storyline to it, but it was a story, but it wasn't a story, like a comic strip. You know, you had to read the story and what was going on. I don't like that crap because Street Fighter V did that too. So anyway, I like true classics. You know, RPG stories where like I said, I'm playing. I've got 4 different characters to choose from. You know, the team style. That's my thing. So I don't know, but yes, Marvel Rise of the Imperfects. That was a good game. I liked X-Men Mutant Academy. That was a good one. That one came out. You know, that was PS1. That was before the whole story thing came along. But that was a good fighting game. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing that one remastered. You know, some of the fighters. Any of the fighters that you got? Are there any fighters that you guys want to see remastered and put out for the PS4? Because I know everything's shoot 'em up, bang bang now, but I want a fighting game.
Shoot 'em up, bang bang.
Yeah, shoot 'em up, bang bang. I want a good fight. I want some good fighting. You know, and I like Mortal Kombat. I like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Yeah, I like it, but I don't know. There's something I'm not getting that, well, number one, I was on strike. Let me say that first. Let me put that out there first. I've been on strike from the PlayStation 4. The only 2D fighting game I'm looking forward is the Dragonball Z one. Yeah, that one looks really good. That one looks really good, Louis. Confession. I was more of a Dragon Ball Z cartoon fan. More so a cartoon fan than the game. I didn't play too many of the Dragon Ball Z games. They look great, but I was just never got into them. I played them. I did play them, but I wasn't a hardcore fan of them. Brandon might have gotten upset with me for that. Maybe not, but yeah, I wasn't a big DBZ video game fan. Although I rushed home every day to watch the cartoon. So yeah, but that one it looks interesting. I may try to play that one, Louis, because that one did look interesting. But yeah, I don't know what I'm not getting from the PS4, because like I said, I was on strike because it wasn't backwards compatible, and I'm not about to be. Well, I guess I am after I get this PS4, but I was not interested in constantly unplugging the systems and having to replug in a PlayStation 2, and that's the one thing that if I was a Microsoft guy, I would be I would be pretty excited about that they're being backwards compatible. And let me see something real quick. No, can't do that. Okay. So, but anyhow, yeah. So I don't know. Chime in on our page, even when we're not live. Leave us some comments and let us know if you end up playing the Insane Trilogy. Let us know what you think about it. I'm interested to gain my own assessment. Pretty disappointed, like I said, pretty disappointed with the reviews. I thought they were going to be a lot better. But what can you do? What can you say if it's just a replica of what we did? If it's just a been there, done that, with just better graphics, I think they might have dropped the ball and set us all up for disappointment. So. But anyhow, that's going to wrap up today. Not too long of a convo day. Like I said, my buddy Brandon's not here. He's out of town. He'll be back next Tuesday, and we'll jump into some more games. I did bring up something. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. With the SNES Mini coming out, and all of those classic games, all of those true classic games coming out on the SNES Mini. I would love to see them come out with the PlayStation 1 Mini. They already have the Slim, so I don't know how much miniature you can get. But I would love to see them come out with a PlayStation PlayStation 1 system that already has classic PlayStation games built in. That would be great. So we'll see what they run with this. You know, I think if this formula proves to be successful for them with developing older games, redeveloping older games, I think it's something that they should definitely run with. So yeah, but anyhow, thanks for hanging out with me. Good talking to you, Louie. And we will see you all on Tuesday. Again, let us know what you think of the Insane Trilogy. I think we might have them tomorrow if you want to come by and pick them up. But I think we may have some copies. But call us tomorrow, see if we have them, and you know, we'll try to hook you up. So, all right, this is Christian David signing off. Peace.